May 25th, 2026. Guys, a quick break here. I've been working on the video for this afternoon. It may take me till in the morning to get all the data that I want to put into it to make it correct, if you understand what I'm saying. But what we're looking at, and I think, Shauna D., I think it was you that put this link in the comments last night, says nearly 5,000 Lake Tahoe residents face a power crisis after their longtime energy supplier, NV Nevada Energy, notified distributor Liberty Utilities, listen, that it will stop providing electricity 1 year from now, May 2027. The transition has forced the area to urgently search for new wholesale power amid booming energy demands from artificial intelligence, data centers, in northern Nevada. Guys, just don't forget there's also Bitcoin data centers also. But we talked about this. I even mentioned the fact that they want to move these portable data centers into homes of new construction. You remember that? Well, anyway, again, I'm still working on what we're looking at Meade, but this needs to be talked about because it will, again, fit right in. It says the core issue, Liberty Utilities, which powers the California side of Lake Tahoe, the western side, gets about 75% of its electricity from the Nevada-based NV Energy. NV Energy will stop providing this wholesale power 1 year from today. Now, what's happening is you've got a lot of data centers over on the Nevada side in the Vegas area and other areas, a lot of them. And their money is more powerful than the individual people that live on the Nevada side of the Lake Tahoe, guys. Says the data center dispute. Residents and local officials have expressed alarm that Nevada Energy is redirecting capacity to accommodate the massive energy needs of the expanding AI data centers near Reno. Again, over the human needs. And this goes to the greed of the banks and the money people. However, Nevada Energy claims the transition has long been planned since their partnership with Liberty was never intended to be permanent. Yeah, guys, but that's what they're saying. If you look at it down the road, and by 2027, they're going to need that power for the data centers. Again, big money, Meta, etc., have the control. Now, Liberty has filed with the California Public Utilities Commission, the CPUC, to begin a competitive bidding process for new energy sources. The utility company has roughly 1 year to secure and transition to new independent wholesale providers. Now, it may be more than just a switch, because the power for the western side of Tahoe, guys, is coming from Nevada. So there will have to be some type of tie-in to that grid coming out of California if that works. But guys, we're a long way from 2027, a year from now, and with the conditions we're looking at Lake Meade, I don't know if they're going to have much to worry about beyond that, because it's going to create such a chaotic loop when this starts to go down. Again, Meade is looking like it will hit 1050 in less than 2 weeks. In maybe 40 days until it hits 1035. And that's going to shut down what's called the Salt River Project, feeding down the data centers in the Ellsworth and Ellington corridor in Phoenix. But the residents, the business owners, and local leaders are deeply concerned about the stability of the power grid, especially during extreme winter storms, and fear the switch could spike electricity costs. That's exactly what it's going to do, because the data centers have outbid the residents. They're going to get the cheaper electricity back over into Nevada. And because they're going to have to bid for other electricity on the western side of Tahoe in the California section, they're going to pay 2 or 3 times the amount of power. Now, if you look at the consequences of all this, you're going to see a push of humanity out of all these areas. It's all about the data centers and the water and the electricity. That's not going to last that long, but there's going to be damage done between now and then to push people out. Again, silicon over flesh and blood. Now, the finance groups on the internet are starting to pay attention. It says, again, nearly 5,000 Lake Tahoe residents have to find a new power source after their energy source looks to redirect lines to data centers in Yahoo Finance. You're looking at Lake Mead here. Again, I don't think there's much of an effect of the drought in the Colorado River on Tahoe, but that's not really what this is about. It's about the data centers, again, outbidding the human populace for the energy. But what that's going to do is create a cascading event when Mead goes down and Powell goes down very quickly, that it's going to put the stress on the grid here. Even NV Energy or Nevada Energy will not be able to handle the 24/7 grid load from the data centers. In other words, like I've said in the last 4 or 5 videos, these transformers are old and they need the nighttime cooling. So what they're doing is creating a domino effect of chaos. And if you want to look at it very deeply, and which we're going to do in tomorrow's video, is the fact that man has basically lost control of the situation, and they are desperately grasping for the last few ladder ropes, or the last few ropes sinking into that hole. And they're doing everything they can, excluding the human race. I don't want to make this long because I'm still working on the video I wanted to get up today. But let me tell you this about the video. It will be up in the morning or sometimes in the early day. But Lake Mead is still dropping. And looking at the balances there, it's going to continue to drop. Looking at the satellite images, guys, the drought is still going to be pushed by El Nino through the entire Southwest, all the way up the Rocky Mountain corridor, deep into Canada. There is not going to be a lot of winter snow. Nothing is going to stop what's coming now, and that's Mother Nature resetting itself. So in tomorrow's video, again, which will be actually the next episode of the Ancient Intelligent Files, will be the information I'm talking about going forward from where we're at now. But I just wanted to come in, and I think it was Shauna D. Thank you for putting the information up to where we could look at the data. Guys, and that's how this entire 15 years of YouTube has worked, because you guys have stepped in and said, BP, check this out or check this out. And we look at it, we dive deeper, we come back into it, and then we start seeing all the pieces of the puzzle come together. But again, we're still in Nevada. We're up above Mead, of course, but we see the problems expanding. And they think there's going to be a migration to the east. Guys, Florida's in trouble. Mississippi's in trouble. Kentucky's in trouble. So if there is a migration to the east, it's a temporary reprieve, not a permanent one. Man has overstepped his boundaries, and Mother Nature now has decided, before you destroy it, I'm going to take it back. Now, tomorrow we're going to go much deeper into that very detail. I just wanted to step in here, guys, tonight with a short video, let you know what we're seeing, and you're actually seeing the creep of human greed over over mankind. Let's push aside mankind. Let's make this Silicon Highway wrap around the planet. Let's destroy everything in its path, and Satan then has his orders fulfilled. That's what we're seeing, and that's what we're fighting against. Again, just a quick heads up, guys. Full update tomorrow. Be safe. God bless all of you, and it's a major heads up.